When working with luxury buyers, there are specific best practices to ensure a great experience. Conduct detailed research before showing homes so no time is wasted seeing properties that are not a good match. Make sure the home you show meets all the physical conditions the buyers are looking for. Proper preparation on your part will determine if the property has any lifestyle concerns to be aware of when you see it in person. This could be things like road noise, a less than ideal view, or lack of privacy. Characteristics that would not be easy to change. Use Google Earth and StreetView to look at the home from as many angles as possible when doing your research. At the luxury price point, don't be timid about getting on the phone and talking to a listing agent. They usually always provide information about the home that is not in the property description. When showing luxury homes, make every effort to pre-visit the property in advance of the showing. Pre-visit means going to the property before the buyer and taking notes about any features that need to be researched. You may or may not be previewing the inside of the home during the pre-visit, as sometimes sellers only want actual buyers in the home. You are looking for conditions such as, what is the approach like? What is the character of the area where the home is? And are there any larger issues that would turn off your buyers? For example, a large residence under construction on the lot next door to a home you're showing. And it looks like once it's built, it might block part of the view. Your pre-visit efforts would include seeing who owns the lot and finding out whatever information you can, including how tall it is going to be. When you can provide additional information like this to your buyers, your value as an agent skyrockets. It's why researching properties before showing them is so important. Whenever possible, arrive at a showing before the buyers. Be there 25 to 30 minutes early and make sure the home presents well. Check that the temperature is up or down, the lights are on, pool is uncovered, and the shades are open. When the buyers arrive, your job is to sell the lifestyle, not the obvious characteristics of the home. Pick one of the best attributes and hone in on that. For example, when the buyers arrive, instead of saying, "Welcome to 123 Oak Street, 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms on a 2.5 acre lot," say, "Welcome to 123 Oak Street, sitting right on the lake with a private dock. You can launch your boat right from the backyard. Let's take a look." When entering the home, say this to the buyers. "Look around and explore. I'm here to answer any questions." Then, step back and let them tour the property on their own. Some will go straight to the kitchen, or the owner's suite, or the back deck. By staying behind, you have the opportunity to view their behavior and reaction as they enter different parts of the home. Focus on your buyers and don't get fixated on the property. Keep your comments general, and while inside the house, follow the 90-10 rule. Unless you are asked a specific question, stay quiet 90% of the time. Any excess talking may distract the buyers from absorbing everything about the home. You may get excited about a property feature or certain amenity. However, hold your enthusiasm, let the buyers find it on their own. If they don't notice it, then you can point it out at the end of the showing. Always keep your opinions to yourself. You may think the home has a funky floor plan, or the staircase is gaudy, or the granite in the kitchen is too dark. Unless you are asked for your opinion by the buyers, stay quiet. You might feel like the property's a 10, and the buyers might see it as a 6, or vice versa. It's best to withhold your comments and instead observe the buyer's reactions to different features. When you do make a comment, choose your words carefully and always be mindful of your client and what you know of their background. Refrain from talking about the benefits of certain features to buyers who might have a sensitivity. For example, a kid's playroom for buyers who can't have kids, or a hunting trophy room for buyers who support animal rights. The point is, don't assume anything. When a buyer has an objection to something, it does not mean they are saying no to the property. It means they're making a comment. The best practice is to nod and acknowledge their statement. A no is not an invitation to agree or disagree. For example, when the buyer says, "That's a small pool," you nod and say, "Yes, it is," and nothing else. When the buyer says, Those are power lines running along the north of the property. You say, yes, they are, and nothing else. Here is where amateur agents make mistakes. Just because a buyer makes a comment on a feature does not mean they won't buy the property. Even a negative comment that you might think is a deal killer. Maybe the seller wants a small pool, or their family fortune came from installing power lines. You never know. It's important to look for the signs. That is, the signs the buyer will show when they are interested in a property. No matter how many homes they have bought or sold, buyers have predictable behaviors. Watch body language. Listen and observe the buyer's demeanor and conversation for clues as to what they think about the property. When they like the home, they will get comfortable with it. They'll sit down in the living room or at the kitchen table or out by the pool. They will open drawers and look in the refrigerator and stove. Also, they will say things like, "My kitchen table would look good in here," or "These colors match my furniture." You will also observe the buyers going through the home more than once and visiting certain areas multiple times. You'll see them talk less frequently as they're mentally placing furniture and art pieces. Many times when buyers like a property, this comes out in the form of silence, which can throw off the agent. The buyers will get quiet, reflective, and contemplative. Spouses may go off to talk to one another in private. Do not worry. These are all positive signs. When you are sensing the signs and before leaving the home, ask if there is any other part of the house the buyers would like to see again. Then ask the question, "What do you think?" Or, "Is this one of your favorites?" If they don't come right out and say, "No, it's not for us," then assume they are interested in having more information. This is your signal to get anything that would be helpful for them to make a decision. Floor plans, homeowners docs, and a preliminary title report. Ask the buyers if they would like to set up a second showing. With many luxury homes, this is done in the evening so the buyers can experience a nighttime ambiance. Here is the influential conversation. Before you make up your mind. This can be used with buyers or sellers. Before a client gets to a position of saying yes, they have to get to a position of maybe. This statement motivates people to take the next step in whatever their decision-making process is. It invites them to look at the experience from a different perspective. Here's a few examples of how you could use this phrase to keep an opportunity moving forward. Before you make up your mind, let's take a look at the guest house. Before you make up your mind, let me call the listing agent and see what they say. Before you make up your mind, let's see what the home at the end of the street sold for. Before you make up your mind that this home is priced too high, let me see what the builder will consider. You have now been empowered at a higher level. Use this information to service your luxury buyers like a seasoned professional and move closer to the next luxury sale. Go get it.